bestbookbits.com presents Habit Stacking, 97 Small Life Changes That Take 5 Minutes or Less by S.J. Scott. Want to improve your life but don't have enough time? Right now you could easily think of a dozen ways to instantly improve your life. Odds are these ideas will only take a few minutes apiece to complete. The problem? You might feel like there's not even enough time to do them all. One solution can be found using the power of habit stacking. One routine plus multiple habits equals habit stacking. We all know it's not easy to add dozens of new habits to your day, but what you might not realize, it is fairly easy to build a single new routine. The essence of habit stacking is to take a series of small changes, like eating a piece of fruit or sending a loving text message to your significant other, and build a ritual that you follow on a daily basis. The written summary can be found on our website, bestbookbits.com. So without further ado, I bring you the book summary of Habit Stacking. The goal of a mini habit is to be consistent. In fact, consistency is much more important than what you accomplish with this daily habit. The mini habit. The idea behind mini habit is that you can get to a larger habit if you start small, create simple goals, and aim for consistency. In his book, Mini Habits, Small Habits, Big Results, Stephen Guise gives the example of the one push-up challenge. He was doing what a lot of us do, feeling guilty about not working out. He tried to fit years' worth of exercise into his first workout, which created an all-or-nothing attitude, not to mention a focus on his goals and not process. Well, one day he decided to do the opposite. He did only one push-up. This allowed him to check the box that he did his activity. Only he didn't stop at one. He did 14 more. Then he did one pull-up, and guess what? He didn't stop at one. His workout went on like this, and when he was done, it was a pretty decent effort. It started with one push-up. In Habit Stacking, 97 Small Life Changes That Will Take 5 Minutes or Less, author S.J. Scott writes, the core idea behind the mini habits concept is that you can build a major habit by thinking small enough to get started. Most people don't need motivation to do one push-up, so it's easy to get started. And once you get going, you'll find it easy to keep at it. Habit stacking. The purpose of habit stacking is to create a simple and repeatable routines managed by a checklist. The goal is to get this out of the cognitive load, because all you have to remember to do is follow the checklist and not each individual habit. You do this by the same set of actions in the same order and the way each day. Checklists do more than simply tell you what you need to do next. They help you deal with the complexity and increase productivity. Linking habits together is a way of getting more done in less time, resulting in a positive change in your life. As you perform the stacked actions every day, they become part of your daily routine. According to Scott, there are 8 elements of a habit stacking routine. Number 1, each habit takes less than 5 minutes to complete. Number 2, it's a complete habit. Number 3, it improves your life. And number 4, it's simple to complete. 5, the entire routine takes less than 30 minutes. And 6, it follows a logical process. 7, it follows a checklist. And 8, it fits your life. 17 small productivity habits. All these habits are from Scott's Habit Stacking, 97 Small Life Changes That Take 5 Minutes or Less. I don't agree with them all. Most of these seem like common sense. Scott argues that if you add them to a routine, you'll see a dramatic improvement in both the quality and quantity of your efforts. I think a lot of that improvement will be from simply bringing awareness to how you spend your time and what you're doing. Number 1, drink a large glass of water. Even mild dehydration can cause headaches and fatigue, affect your concentration, impair short-term memory, and impede mental function. If you want to be at your most productive, it's important for your brain to be firing on all cylinders. Therefore, you should make sure you are sufficiently hydrated before starting work. Number 2, schedule your day and prioritize your tasks. Without at least a basic schedule, it's frighteningly easy to get out on the end of the day and realize you've achieved nothing of importance. At the very least, you should make a list of tasks you want to accomplish during the day and decide where your priorities lie. Number 3, focus on your 3 most important tasks. Another way to plan out your day is to focus on your most important tasks, MITs. With a daily schedule, it's easy to try to do too much. Then when you get to the end of the day and you haven't completed everything, you feel like a failure. Picking your MITs each day gives you something to focus on so you don't waste your day on tasks of low importance. If you manage to complete your MITs, you'll feel productive even if you do nothing else on your list. And number 4, turn tasks into manageable steps. For each task on your schedule, consider how it can be broken down into smaller steps. And number 5, create accountability by telling others. If your tasks don't have accountability built into them, like a client deadline, creating accountability by letting others know your intentions is a great way to discipline yourself into staying on task. You don't want to embarrass yourself by admitting you didn't get any work done, so you're much more likely to achieve your goals if you make them public. And number 6, reward yourself for task completion. To keep your energy up and motivation high, alternate your work tasks with small treats. These treats not only act as a break to replenish depleted levels of concentration, but also work like a carrot on a stick. You work faster with more enthusiasm when you have something to look forward at the end of it. And number 7, remove distractions before working. Rather than struggling against your brain's natural inclination to procrastinate, save yourself a lot of time and hassle by simply closing your email tab and banning social media during work time. And number 8, clear your desktop. Clear all the paperwork off your desk except what you'll need during that day. Put everything else into physical folders, file boxes, and drawers. Out of sight, out of mind. Number 9, play music or white noise to improve focus. Low-level background noise helps muffle any distraction sounds that could interrupt your work and has been shown to improve creativity and focus for many people. And number 10, do the hardest or most unappealing task first. Look at your list of MIT's most important tasks and underline that one that you know you'd put off immediately if you had the chance. Get started on this task before you had a chance to think about it. Don't work on your other tasks until it's finished. Number 11, commit to a very small goal. Look at your hardest task and plan a small, easy first step to completing it. That will only take a few minutes. Pick a simple metric that you know without a doubt you can complete. And number 12, work in small blocks of time. The Pomodoro technique is probably the most well-known version of this technique. It involves working for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break. Number 13, track time for different activities. Most people overestimate the amount of time they spend doing actual work and spend a surprisingly large amount of time doing mindless tasks. By tracking your time, you become more aware of how you're spending it, and you can start to spot patterns in your schedule that are not reducing your productivity. And number 14, use the 2-minute rule. If a task that will take you 2 minutes or less to do, deal with it immediately and move on. Keep in mind that this type of framework is how the urgent trumps the meaningful. And number 15, capture every idea. Our mind tends to wander. Despite our intentions, they drift off from the task at hand. Rather than a drawback, this is one of the most fascinating ways that we can gain insights. Pull out a notebook and write them down. You can come back to them later on, and who knows, it might just be that great idea or the solution to a problem you've been working on. And number 16, write a done list. Most people are familiar with to-do list, but these lists can easily make you feel overwhelmed and demotivated if you try to plan too much. A done list has the opposite effect. By writing down everything you achieved each day, you'll feel more motivated to continue. And 17, review your goals. Everybody has goals, whether they are big or small. We all have things that we want to accomplish. Sadly, the daily hustle and bustle of life can make us get off track. You need to review your goals so that you can create plans to reach those goals. Put your day in perspective and know what's important to accomplish. And that's a wrap on habit stacking. Subscribe to our channel and take a look at the hundreds of book summaries uploaded previously. To find hundreds of written summaries, check out our website, bestbookbits.com. And for hundreds of audio podcast summaries, find us on mixcloud.com/bestbookbits. If you like reading and want to get involved in sharing knowledge and spreading great book summaries, connect with myself by emailing us at info@bestbookbits.com. Thanks for watching and listening to The Habit Stacking. Have yourself an amazing day. Take care.